Meanwhile, in Tupac news,
The shooting of Tupac Shakur once again underscores the violence that has surrounded this man since he shot the superstar.
4 people pulled up, opened fire. Shakur and Knight.
Tupac Shakur was shot several times in the chest. Shakur was pronounced dead.
Machiavelli in this Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot. Feel me? Allow me to introduce Machiavelli the God.
You know the story of Machiavelli. He faked his own death.
Never take me alive, getting high with my profile.
You know, they wanted to put Pac back in prison. Pac would fake his own death and disappear before he go back to prison. Then maybe the question is that Pac really not dead. They think I'm going back to jail. They really on that dope.
Only Gab can do it like this.
Did you see Tupac dead?
Nobody's seen Tupac dead.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is Machiavelli Media. What Simon Says. Remember the game Simon Says, y'all? Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your stomach. Touch your nose. You out. I didn't say Simon Says. Simon said a lot of stuff, y'all. And for those that don't know, Simon is AKA Suge Knight's nickname. All right? That's what it is. And Suge has said a lot of things over the years that somehow just flies under the radar or to make a splash for a little bit or people laugh it off, but nobody looks into it and nobody follows up with Suge. All the interviews Suge has done over the years, he started making accusations that Tupac may be alive officially back around 2009. Then in 2011 and 2013 and so forth. But it's the accusations that he made, the statements that he made are some very powerful ones. Because let's not kid ourselves. It was one survivor that we know of that walked away from that shot up BMW, and that was Suge Knight. So why is it so easy for people to dismiss what Suge Knight says? Whatever he says, people like, oh, that's just Suge joking, or Suge didn't mean that, or Suge, what a crazy and wacky guy. But don't you know, the truth is often hidden behind a joke. You ever heard of that before? If you chuckle at the end of anything, you can dismiss it as a joke. But that doesn't mean it's not true, right? Shut up, dog. It's a dog barking out here. Doesn't mean it's not true because it's a joke. Now dig this for a minute. Today, I want to focus on what Suge Knight said on a radio station in 2013. Now, my question is, why hasn't any of the reporters that talked to Suge ever stayed on him about this? He would have to tell me he was joking. He would say, "Guy, oh, you know I was just joking." He would have to. Because some of the things he said are shocking and outlandish. But it's a realm of possibility to everything this man has spoken. Let's start with the first thing. A reporter asked, or interviewer, or DJ, or co-host, whatever he was, asked Suge, had he seen Tupac dead? And Suge said, without a doubt, nobody's seen Tupac dead.
Did you see Tupac dead?
Nobody's seen Tupac dead.
Let me repeat. Nobody seen Tupac dead. They all seen him damaged. They all seen him gravely ill. They seen him in a bad predicament. But nobody said they went there and was like, damn, Pac. All right, peace. None of that. Always bad off or, unconscious. Now, if you go a step further in this interview, Suge would also say that Miss Afeni came to him and said she wanted Tupac to be cremated, but she wanted it to be done quick. Now, let's take a look back before we get to that. Suge said Tupac was laughing and joking in the car. He talked to Tupac at the hospital. Tupac gave him his chain. They took Tupac to a different location from the hospital, and Suge never physically saw Tupac again. Now, Miss Afeni came to Suge after Tupac's death at the hospital and said she wanted Tupac to be cremated. Now, as a bigger star as Tupac was, what Tupac meant not only to our community that he represented to the fullest, but to the different people all around the world. Not to give Tupac a proper funeral, a proper burial, is strictly strange. While at the hospital, they had already made arrangements for a funeral, even picked a funeral home. At the last minute, all these things have changed. Change of plans. I want him cremated. I want it to be done fast as possible. My question to you, and no disrespect to Miss Afeni because that's her son, whatever she seemed fit was to be, but why so fast?
His mother wanted it done quickly.
What was the rush involved? Kobe Bryant just lost his life. It was no rush in his homegoing services. And I'm not even sure if they had a body for Kobe. Tupac was in full body. Could have easily had a funeral, casket. Matter of fact, Tupac said in his own raps how he wanted to go.
Let the hoes that I used to know from way before kiss me from my head to my toe.
He wanted to be, buried a certain type of way. He wanted the girls that he knew from before to come kiss him from his head to his toe. You heard him say it. None of those things came to fruition. He said he wanted to have a funeral, let every rapper rock it.
Bury me smiling with G's in my pocket. Have a party at my funeral, let every rapper rock it.
East and West. Pac was bi-coastal. Homeboys on the East Coast, homeboys on the West Coast. A lot like your homie Gab. Had to throw that in there. We bi-coastal out this mother. But anyway, no rappers got the rocket. Why? Why was everything canceled and just sped out? This was in a matter of days. Pac lived in the hospital, 5 days? 6 nights, 5 days? Cremated the next day? He was cremated the next day? Why? But that's not the kicker. Suge would also say this in the same interview.
This guy got about $3 million, personally for me.
$3 million. Now, come on, y'all. Come on. Suge Knight said these things. This is very important. He said these things while Miss Afeni was alive. She was alive and well when he said on her behalf, he paid $3 million to a mortician or somebody to cremate Tupac. Now, if that wasn't true, Miss Afeni SHAKUR, one of the heads of the Black Panthers, who didn't bite her tongue for no man or no woman at no point in time in her life, would have read Suge Knight his rights. You didn't give me nothing. $3 million. He barely wanted to pay for, she would have let him have it. Oh, yeah. But she didn't say a thing to, challenge what Suge Knight was saying about that $3 million. And since when does a cremation cost $3 million? Now, I know y'all heard this before. You heard these stories before. But a good lawyer will keep beating on the truth until somebody answers the question. Or should I say, will beat on the truth until somebody reveals it. This is the pivotal part of any conspiracy of Tupac maybe being alive. It's the statements by Suge Knight. That's what you can't dismiss. That's what you can't look past. And that's what you can't try to downplay. You can't do it. Like I said, Simon says a lot. But it's up to us to listen to it. Just to put icing on the cake, Suge say the guy retired and left. After he gave him the $3 million, he was out. Pew!
This guy got about $3 million, personally for me.
Space Ghost. Why? Why? Why?
And next thing I know, I never heard from the guy since again. He retired and left.
Did the guy retire from doing cremations after Tupac's? Or did that $3 million cover everything? Wink, wink, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this is your homie Gab. I need you guys to sub to the channel, Makaveli Media. Let's go, let's get it. Please leave your thoughts in the comments section. I'm your homie Gab. It's a pleasure as always. I'm signing out. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.
They think I'm going back to jail. Ain't really on that dope.